Alright, y'all. So, I'm going to go through what happened last night. JC, I will go ahead and be contacting that truckload dude. Yeah, we're done. Um, so what they did is how it works is when I come home, if I do home time in Arizona, they tell me that they have to get me to either California or Vegas for a load reefer. Now, there are loads, longer runs. Now, right now, here we are in this after the first of the year. Per trucker bill and my dad who did railroad, the freight slows down. So they gave me, it was 360, it's like 400 miles, whatever, just under 400 miles here to California. So I went to that beef company, JBS, and got beef. The beef is coming to, and I'm going to go and say because I don't really care anymore, it was going to a Ralph's, which is a food grocer. I'd never heard of Ralph's, but they own, I think, Food for Less, okay, in Compton. I've delivered to Compton. I'm from Compton. I've been to Oakland and Long Beach, wherever. I've been pretty much everywhere, regardless of whether it's the company I'm with or other companies. But the dock I saw last night, crazy as hell. It's a day cab run. It was a day cab run. So all these trucks come in. The first indicator this is going to be jacked is that it's a bunch of no-name companies. So private companies or private individuals. There was, I think, one Prime truck. There was my company's truck. There was a CR England truck. And then Pride, Pride, they either have set up some sort of relationship because what they were doing, they weren't even backing theirs in the dock. They were just bringing the shit in and dropping it. And if you saw the dock, you understand why. When we got in the facility, I went and you have to turn in. So the first time I went, you went past because the trucks were just sitting there, and then some, I guess, were just parked on the side of the road waiting for their appointment schedule time. But all of a sudden, all these trucks, so I ended up I went past it because there was no real good signage as to where to enter for trucks. And it was a little sign. California, I don't know why they do these little ass signs. So then I went and I U-turned and had to go back around and then come back around in. Once I got back into the facility, we're on the street. And the guy's like, hold, the security guy, hold. He's having trucks back up because we're sitting with the asses of the trucks. The cab is inside the yard, and the ass is on the street. And the police are coming by, okay? And it started to get really bad. What I couldn't understand was I'm looking at the size of the facility. I'm like, well, that's a decent sized facility. Why is it taking so damn long? I sat with the butt of this truck. The cab was inside the yard. The butt of the whole truck was on the street. Okay? Blocking an entire... and they had two lanes for trucks coming in. Me and another truck, we were side by side because where you have to stop, we both stopped ahead of our tractor, same place. The butt of the truck is sitting on the street. Now, I'm so irritated right now. I'm so irritated. The butt of the truck is sitting on the street. These people had to sit almost 40 minutes. He then comes, nice, the kid was nice, the little security supervisor guy. He says, I'm the supervisor here. I was like, okay. He said, we're going to get you taken care of. I said, okay. So he says, well, it may be faster if you go ahead and walk all the way up to the security shack with your paperwork. That way when you pull in, you just keep pulling park. I said, okay. I got out the truck. I walked up to the security shack where I stood for another 15 minutes while the people from India, I'm not trying to be mean, but one guy, he spoke very little English, so his other Indian counterpart from another trucking company is trying to translate to the security people the information that they need so he can pull up and park. What they had us do was we had to do blindside back parking to park, which I did, to wait for our spot in the dock door. It's the most asinine run stuff I've ever seen. Lord Jesus. I could see what looked to be where these trucks are docking, and they got 5 truckers out there like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to show you pictures. I saw one truck go around 5 times, waiting, trying to get in there. He couldn't get in. We'll get to it in a minute. So finally, after we sat for another, I finally got in the yard, up to the front, waiting to pull up into an empty spot. They then had to route us to another section of the yard to do blindside backs around this freaking pole with this security thing, bumper thing, that we weren't supposed to hit. See, our England dude had to get out like 6 times, this poor baby. I got mine in there, but I had to pull up about 10 times to do it. Crazy as hell. A company called CFL, they called me too. CFL, their driver, he must have pulled up about 15 times. He looked at me, I looked at him, I was like, he was like, and when we started walking over, he said, I said, I said, the dock looks kind of scary. I said, but if it don't work out, they're going to call this in Phoenix. I mean, in Europa. Or I'm going to see if well, actually, I said the yard dogs going to try to do it. They had yard dogs, because yard dogs were putting Pride stuff in the door. I turned around, and basically, I'm done. this last night did it, and I'm gonna get to it because they're trying to service failure me. I'm sending a message. They got to get that shit corrected, or I'm damn sure out. And I might just go ahead and just take all my crap because I'm back in Arizona on Monday. Tomorrow. I have a load that I'm supposed to pick up today. It's supposed to be in Casa Grande tomorrow. And what I may do is go ahead and have them give me a home time day, and we clean this truck off, and then I may be calling my dad saying I'm coming out there, and I'll just do my 30-day CPAP at his place and be done with this, and then go do my test drive for the other company. I'm going to try to do the truckload company because the more I talked to Trucker Bill and thought about it, and Bill he said, Shannon, the truckload company is the best bet. He said, I know what your friend told you. He said, but it's a good deal. If this guy has a connection, use that connection. If you can get in the door, it's good on your resume, and your experience may be different from his experience. So, and not that his experience was bad. It's just, he wanted some other things for his career. And for me, he says, he said, have you been brought in for any safety issues with the company you're with? And I know they watch all that stuff. They watch hard break-in, close. I haven't been brought in for any safety stuff. 0. Knock on wood. Okay. Which is another reason why I wasn't going to do this crazy ass back last night. I positioned for it and I was like, ain't no way in hell. So, I got there at like 7:30ish. Okay, my appointment was 8. I did not get to bump a dock. Let me go here. I'm going to go look at my hours. Hold on. Let me go look at the messages. Messaging. They did not pull me in. They did not reach out to me until hold on, I'm going to let y'all know. I got there at 7:24. 1:14 a.m. My appointment was at 8 in the evening. 1:14 a.m. is when they told me to go and bump this dock. I contacted them and I said, look, you guys have yard dogs. I'm willing to drop the trailer. You guys have a yard dog put in here. You're going to see pictures where this thing is so tight. You'll see like these metal poles. And where the metal poles, there's a lot of fog in the video. But in the metal pole, the front tip of the sleeper cab is where the dock, the edge of the trailer would be. And then to the far right is a wall. You're supposed to back this trailer around the other sleeper cabs, jack it into this tight ass hole for them to unload it. Two of the drivers got out. He said, ma'am, I had to go around 3 times. He said, I had to wait for another truck to come out. So I called the guy and said, look, either I'm going to wait until y'all have some trucks come out, because they kept calling me saying your door's ready. I said, I'm going to wait for you to have some other trucks come out, or y'all can I can drop it in your yard. He says, you know what, we're behind. I have them reschedule. I said, okay. And I talked to a Raul, so I got his name. I left, came here, sent a message on the Qualcomm, and I told him, I said, load needs to be rescheduled per Raul. Asked if yard dog put in docks is too tight for sleeper. This is not there was no way that was sleep. What the drivers were having to do just to get a sleeper in there was insane. They'd either have to wait, because you needed almost 2 to 3 dock spaces to angle it in and then have pull-up room to wiggle back and forth. They kept calling. I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. Took pics, reschedule, or the company reschedule. I'll cut that. With day cab. Not risking preventable based on yard fog, and would have to wait for other trucks to move to even try to get in the dock. They're already backed up. He said, reschedule bringing to Europa to Tikal. That's what I did. So then I got here. I sent a message this morning, and then they're going to send me and talking about a service failure. Service failure my ass. You take that service failure off me, or your truck will get parked in Phoenix, and I'll be on my way to Texas. And I might just stay with my father for 30 days to get my CPAP reporting done, so I don't have to deal with this BS on this truck. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Not what I want to do, but it might be what I'm doing, because I am so over this. If I do the beef company, I'm over it. The first of the year is here. I made it through the first, but I don't know that I can make it further, because right now I'm very irritated. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead, try to be calm today, send my driver manager pictures and a message for when she gets back in here next week. I'm putting my home time in, but I may end up asking to stop into Phoenix, or going into Phoenix on Tuesday, and starting to just unload the shit in the truck and move everything over to a bigger storage unit and just get everything off this truck. Only thing on here will be a duffel bag of clothes. The food that's up there, I'm not worried about that. I get that away if I stop driving. And just barely what I need. Yeah, because I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm really leaning that route right now. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later.